So guys, in this session, I'm going to talk about writing JUnit for service layer, mocking DAO layer. Same thing which I had done yesterday, but yesterday's session was based on some random example. And today I'm going to discuss the same example with the help of current project. Mhm. Nishal, the
Hmm.
thing we're talking about. So this is our banking service project. And the arch- the architecture of it, right?
Yes.
And everything. Just a second. So let me show you. Can you see this? So here we have service simple. Hello. So for this, today we are supposed to write test cases. Ready?
Yes.
I'm saying ready. You have to say I'm ready.
Yes.
Yes,
Good.
Naga.
So you see, there are some method, right? Delete, get all. Can you help me to write the test case for this today? This is the brand new class. And for this class, we don't have JUnit. How I can check it? I can select it and Control Shift R. Do you see this? We don't have JUnit for it. Nishal.
Yes.
So please reply, otherwise there is no use of this session. Remember it. And I don't know how many people are doing it. So I'm not going to teach you just sake of I have to complete it. Okay. So please just reply, ask questions, right? And I will ask question. If I feel you guys are really doing, then I'll continue. Otherwise, we can wrap up it, right? So right click on it, new, and you can click on other. You know it
Yes.
or forget it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can write on
Other.
this JUnit test cases. Anything is works. So you see, it's saying you want to use 5 or 4. I want to use 4. And package, same package, com, this, impl, and loan type, service, impl, and test. Make sense?
Yes.
And what? Next and finish. Simple. So this is done. Any questions, query may anybody has?
No.
Yes or no? No question.
No.
On top of it, if you want to use Mockito, you have to use this class on top. Which class, sir? Run with Mockito JUnit runner. So in this, you want to write JUnit for which class, sir?
Loan
This
type
simple.
service.
Yeah. So you have to open it, right? If you remember my rule, you have to make the object of the this, right? So how we do? Remember we did last time? Uh, The class which you want to test, you have to make a bean of it. Please say you are following me.
Yes.
Here you can write semicolon and here you can write loan A, right? Any name you can give. And here you can write at the rate inject mock. It's clear to you?
Yes.
And here you have to mock the bean. Which bean? All the bean present in this. I don't know. In this, how many bean we are using? Only one bean, right? So this service layer has a dependency on this bean. We have to mock it or not? How to mock it? Reply. This is the third thing, right? Mock. So anybody understand why I'm mocking it? Bina, why I'm mocking it? Your answer should be because service layer has dependency on it. Can you see this? That's why. Suppose in this we have 10 repositories. So I have to mock all the 10. Say you follow me, you are following me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So inject mock is doing what? It is creating the real object of this and setting this reference. It is replacing with what? Mock one. Agree? Who will tell
Yes.
me what inject mocks is doing?
Just creating a bean of loan type service.
Creating. Don't say bean. Creating object instance of
Okay.
what? This
Creating instance of loan type
and
service.
setting because it is not a bean. Spring container is not coming in the picture. Creating instance of this and setting mock object inside it. So in this case, what it is setting? In this case, it is setting. In
Mock
this
object.
case, it is.
Loan
setting.
type service.
Yeah, because this is mock one. I hope I'm making myself clear. Yeah.
Yes.
Now you want to make a now you want to make test case for what? Open it. Can I try for save? It is simple.
Yes.
Whatever method test case you want to write, Bina, copy that method over here. Temporarily just copy it for the reference purpose, right? I want to write test case for it, right? So test case will name will be test save
Yeah. This.
Test set.
and delete it. So what you have to save into it? When you call the actual method, you have to pass loan type VO. So you have to make the object of it and say data. I'll kill everyone new and make the object of it. So because when you call the save method, you need loan types. So first of all, loan type view. So what you want to set inside it? Guys, help me. Loan type is like car loan, dummy data, and dot loan code dot ID would be auto generated. Time stamp you can set new date. Guys, a timestamp how to create already we have seen thousands of times in the class, and you have to be smart now. Get time. And one more you can set is dot set description. This is for loan customers. I hope I'm making myself clear. This is my dummy data. So which method we have to test? Bina, save method.
Same method.
On this you can call the save method, and this save method will not return anything. Say yes, nothing. You are
Yes.
calling it, and internally what it is doing? When you call it, it is taking the parameter, converting loan VO into loan types. Am I right? Then calling the save method. So it is not returning anything. So can you do anything? No. You can call only, but you have to ensure this method is called or not. Bina, what you have to ensure? If you call the save method, so internally it will call repository save method or not. Only you can
Yes.
validate that. So in order to do that, we have concept of verify in this. What you can use?
Verify.
Verifying.
Verify. So in test case, we have a method verify. What you want to verify? When you
Test
call the
save.
actual method, then on this repository, this save method, right? On what? Like here you can use any view. It could be any class, right? So this save method must be called on this. Yes, you know, on type.
Yes.
This is syntax. What I'm doing? When I call this method, then on repository, this method must be called how many times?
One
One
time.
One
time.
time. So one time.
On what type of parameter? You said loan type of parameter. See, any type of this parameter, right? And after that, repository, no more interaction, right? Only one time, and after that, no more interaction. That is correct? Yeah. So this is done. Now you can delete it. My test case is completed. Why we cannot do any assertion? Why we don't have mocking? Because in save method, we don't
You don't
need
have.
any result, right? Nothing.
Yeah.
You are just saving it and forgetting it. So can we run it?
Yes.
And this is typically one test case with different approach. It is working. Can you see this? Yeah.
Yes.
If I make it 0, it should fail because it's saying during this test case, DAO layer is not coming in the picture, eh, right? DAO is not coming in the picture at all. So it's failing, right? Hello, you are saying
Yes.
0, but it is
Yes.
interacted once. So this is Mr. Nishal. You always crying. Can you show me the real example of it? I hope you are able to see it now.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Nagin sir,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
what is different? What is different between the assert equals and verify?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
verify.
In assert equals whatever result comes from the method, you verify that. And here you are just verifying the method interaction. When you call this method, right? Internally, it is calling repository method or not. You are just verifying it because this method does not have any return value. So you cannot use assert equals. Assert equals is just validating the content output. But
It's just
here we
like a
don't have
checkpoint,
output.
right? Checkpoint.
We do, Bina, in this case, we don't have output. It is returning void. So you cannot use assert equal. You can only verify the method interaction. अरे भाई मेरे कहने का मतलब है कि जब तूने सेव कॉल किया तो ये चेक कर सकती है ना कि ये भी तो कॉल हुआ होगा बीना. इसको बोलते हैं वेरीफाइंग मेथड इंटरेक्शन जो हम यहाँ कर रहे हैं. समझे? एक ही बार
Yes.
कॉल हुआ है उसके बाद आप कह रहे हो कि नहीं कॉल हुआ है. दैट्स इट. सिंपल. सो शैल आई जंप टू द नेक्स्ट.
Yes.
Yeah.
देख नेक्स्ट वाला ही है राइट. तो इफ यू अलाउ टू मी मैं इसको करता हूँ. कैन यू सी दिस? आई कॉपी द मेथड and I have to write the test case. Anybody can suggest me the name of it? Name should be test update loan type. Mhm.
Nagin sir, I have a question. Like when we do JUnit test, we do not connect with database, right? So but you
Let
have
me give you general. When we write test case for any layer, service layer, we don't allow any dependency on the external layer. Databases in this case, that's why we are mocking the DAO layer. But real life, there could be file system, there could be some external REST API, then we have to mock that as well. Go ahead. Up, you continue your question, please.
yeah. So because you told like that, but you have there is load type repository. That's a DAO layer, right?
Yeah, so DAO layer, I'm using mock. Can you see this? Mock means whenever you call any method of it, it won't go to the actual database. It will do nothing because mock means fake.
Oh, okay.
So in service layer, when we are calling this, right? So your concern is what happening. In this case, nothing will happen. It is fake. I have replaced this with the fake object. So when you pass any data to the fake object, it will not do anything. Nothing. It will not go to the method definition. That is the meaning of mock is.
So this car loan, this attributes are not from database. Yeah, this just
This one.
Yeah, those are
No, no,
all
this,
fake.
this is fake because when you want to call the save method of the service, it is saying I need some data input. So that input, in this case, you have to define yourself. This is called text fixtures. Text fixtures means data to run the test cases.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Like what you do in test case, whatever test case you write, you verify method output on given input. So this is the custom input which you are passing to the service layer. Okay. Now I have to write for this update. Allow me. So here I have to mock this or not? Of course we have to mock, right? Hello. Guys, when you don't reply, right? I'm saying we need to mock it.
Yeah,
Which
every
one?
time we need to mock it, every
A
layer.
find by ID because when you call the actual, it will just take the data from database first, right? So here I need one object of, you see my speed, loan type. So everywhere you can make loan type, the same data I'm using again and again, okay? And dot, we have to say the ID as well. Yes, yeah. So how I can mock it? Mister, I need to mock it. I would say when I'll kill everybody. When this, right? On this, which method is called?
Fine.
Find
And
by
by
ID. And on which input? 100 input. Then you have to return. Then return. What, sir? Loan type. So do you think it mocked? So when you call it and you are passing the which ID? 100. Then it will return it. Make sense?
yes,
So mocking is done. Why is giving error? Hmm. Actually, when you call find by ID only, then it will return optional. Do you know that or not?
yes,
And you are calling get method on it. So find by ID. So you have to actually, I don't know, you know Java 8 or not. You can make optional of. Why? Because find by ID written optional of. Remember or not? I don't know, have that
yes,
kind of knowledge or not. So that's why here you can write only optional because that written optional. I know that. Optional, right? And in optional, when you call the get method, it will give you the data. So I'm just mocking this much, right? Yeah. And after that, what it is doing, sir? You cannot do anything, right? When you just mock it, it is returning and then modifying the data in database. I hope I am making myself clear. Yeah, you guys are not replying anytime. So okay,
Save, you are doing like a verify and then find by method. You are one and then you are using that one, the keyword.
you just see here we mock it and we need to pass this input as well. We need it. Car loan and this value and that value can be same, right? I am updating the description and in which method we have to call? Update method on it,
Okay.
right? So you need to understand when you call the update method, this dow layer is called or not? This dow layer is called how many times? Only one time. For
One time.
on which input?
Find by ID.
Find by ID method input is 100. Only one time call, right? And no, you can do only this much. In again update is not returning anything. Can we do some assert? No, nothing. Hello.
You're updating, right? When it,
Uh, yeah. So see, I cannot do anything because when you are updating it, I just mocked it. It is returning mock data, and in this mock data, you are but you cannot verify anything else. Not possible. Mhm. Hello. You can do only this much and run it and see.
and
I'm
also,
telling you, writing test case is not easy unless and until you make your hand dirty. You have to also try a lot for it. Let me see where error is. I'm trying
why you
for
put
this.
transactional here again?
Oh man, where I put it,
I just see
right?
before.
No, you haven't seen it. You may be seeing in service layer, right? And transaction, I don't know.
Oh,
I
here,
explain
yeah.
you this or not. Transaction we use. I explain you. I don't know you remember it or not. Transactional we use, right? When you want to load some entity in the persistence context and you change the state of it, once this method is completed, this data, these changes will be reflected in database. Already I explained you.
Okay.
Okay. So, but it is not running. Why? No need to take tension. Find by ID. Maybe problem with the mocking. I'm trying. When you are calling, when find by ID, okay, here you have to pass, I'm not setting the input, Nishal. You have to set 100, right? When you pass 100 into it, what happen? पूछ रहा हूँ मैं आपसे. आप जाओगे यहाँ पे, right? यहाँ से ले रहे हो. Can you see this? Loan type VO, you are taking ID, right? So you are marking on which value? 100, am I right? So 100 you have to set. That's why it was not working. Let's run it. I'm telling you, writing JUnit, if you think you don't do anything and you learn, it's not possible. I'm able to do this also. Let me do a couple of more and you try yourself. Fine. After that, I will check whether you are doing or not. Simple. If you're not doing and you stuck, ask questions with me. I'll help you. Which one we have to write? Delete. This is super easy or not?
Yes.
It's super duper easy, right? See, in this we don't have any code. You see my style of writing test cases. What you have to test? Test
Deleted.
delete by ID, right? So in this, you have to just call this. Am I right or not? Simple.
Yes.
So even you don't mock, you have to just verify the interaction of it because it is simple. What you have to verify, please, you have to verify which method? Delete data with ID 200. Am I right?
Yes.
So
Only
when you
that
call
one.
it,
Not
this
any
method
ID.
is called. And anything you can give it. Then what verification you have to modify? When actual method is called, loan repository, this must be invoked only one, right? For 200. After that, no worry. This is clear? Like I'm calling actual method, right? And what testing? I am passing 200 to it. This we must be called. How many times? Only one time. See, loan repository. Mhm. Which method? Delete by ID. On this, how many time it is called?
One
Only
time.
once. After that, no interaction. So I've done for it. So this was the super duper simplest test cases. It is running as well, right? Next, what I can write? I can take this one. And I'm going to do find by ID. Ready? This is another type, right? Totally different. Mr. Nishchal,
Yes.
in this, what is the logic of it? When you give the ID, it will go to the database, right? And whatever data is coming from database, it will just convert into VO and return it. Am I right? That's it.
Yes.
But what is the logic of this method? Logic is saying whatever this is returning, I will return you back as it is. But database will give you loan type, but it will convert into loan type view and return it. That's it. So shall I try? Hello.
Yes.
Like one test case, whatever you have, it will help you to write other as well. So yeah, my requirement is test find by ID. Mhm. So what you have to mock in this case? This one, right? So how will mock? Can you see this? Hey, loan type. If I'm passing ID equals to 100, give me the loan type optional. Got it? Same data. And actual method you are going to call what, sir? This one, and actual method is find by ID. I hope I'm making myself clear. Are you confused? And pass this 100. Nishal,
Yeah, we need to watch
I
your
am say,
video again.
see, this is service, right? Hey, service, I want to call your method. See, I am passing 100 to it. Am I right? Then it will go and call this. So it will return what? On 100. On 100, you mention it, right? Give me this
Yes.
loan type. So it will give you this data, right? And this
Yes.
data is going to be converted into loan view. Am I right? And returning
Yes.
it back. So if I write here return type, are you with me? Um, Now we have to use assert, right? In this view, what data will come? Whatever data is coming from database in type, same data you have to assert. Say yes.
Yes.
And see my style of copy pasting. I'm not doing anything, just copy paste. So what I have to match over here?
Sir. Expected and
Uh,
actual.
yeah, in get name must be this car loan. You know it, Hmm, right? Similarly, you can match other attribute like code, get L code. Are you following me?
Mm.
And what else you want to verify? But you can verify dot equals. Any guess? You can verify the ID as well. Hmm? Dot get ID. ID should be what, sir?
100.
100. So you understand what this method is doing? What you mock the repository. Hey repository. I don't know how much you are understanding. When I call you on 100, give me this data. Whatever data. So here it will return this data. Yes, you know, these values. And whatever data is coming here, you are just converting into loan type view and returning it back. And I'm verifying it, right? So in verify, what you have to verify, sir? Loan repository. Am I right? Find by ID. Hello. On 100, it is called only once, right? After that, no interaction. So this code is clear. Another flavor. Let's run it. Nishal,
Yes.
we are running it. Really, if you want to learn and something you want to do, see, this is also running. I'm able to write this much test cases, okay? And other, in this, we have a lot of test cases. Find all. Find all is also simple, right? So this method, shall I write this as well? Let me complete it. Yeah, if you don't reply, nobody can do anything. I'm telling you. If actually whatever I'm doing, If you think it is cup of tea, it's not cup of tea. That's why everybody is not teaching you all those things, because nobody knows how to teach, and you have to try. Okay, if you try, you'll be able to do it. So your effort is also important. So shall I write it, or it's enough for today?
Yeah, you can write.
Let me do that. So for this, if I want to write, see my style, I would say taste, get all. And you see, find all we have to call. Say yes.
Yes.
I have to call find all and it will return loan types. So you have to create a dummy data. Yes or no?
Yes.
So I'm creating one loan type. I have to return the list. So what I'm doing here in this loan types list, hmm, what I'm doing, sir, I am adding one loan type. Can you see this? Hello. And what you have
Yes.
to mock this? You would say, hey, loan type. If somebody call find all with zero parameter, what you have to return? You have to return this loan type list. Say yes. Nischal.
Yes.
In mocking, you say hey loan type repository. When find all method is called, return list.
One thing, right?
So what?
When we mock to the DAO layer, right? So when we mock to the database, the field, and then we are mocking the field has to be equal number, or the field can be
Yeah,
anything.
you are mocking the method. This method you mock. Hey, when you are called, you are not taking any input, and you have to return the list. So which list? This list. So it
Okay.
will return this here. This data will be returned. Try to understand the concept, right? Hey, when find all is called, it will not call actual data. It will return what data? Fake data. This one. You got it? So this data will be returned as a list over here. After that, this for loop is converting list of loan type into list of type view. Are you following me?
Yes.
So here you call the actual method. Which method? Hmm,
Loan type view.
get all.
Oh, sorry.
So when you call get all, it will return you the list of
Loan type view.
loan type view. So what you have to assert here? Tell me. First of all, you will assert the size of the list. What, sir? Size of the list. Am I right? Size of the list should be 1. Why? Because in DAO layer, it is returning only one record in the list. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You
Per
see?
per ID, right?
Right. So one record, I don't know method name. Assert is equal. Assert. I don't know. Why I'm applying my brain? I can write like this. Its size should be 1. Make sense? And after that, you can change it. In list, in 0 position. What, sir? Get at 0 position. Name. Am I correct?
Yes.
Because we have list. In list, I'm just fetching the first element. And dot get. First element means 0th position.
Because of
And
the index 0.
yeah. In list, we have only one element on 0 index. So I'm just fetching it and comparing it. Data is same. And what about interaction, sir? This method on find all with no input. It is called only once, right? After that, no interaction. You would say, sir, if you are able to go write one test case, other thing seems to be easy. Copy paste. That's true. That's true. That's true. So this is also done. Now you guys can ask questions if you have, because I'm able to do my job. And if you really wants to learn it, go and try and cry. If you watch my recording, if you just see and sit idle over here, not able to learn, you have to basically make your hand dirty. Try and got super duper confused. And tomorrow I'll be joining the session with Beneath. If you have any questions, query, please feel free to ask. So guys, I would like to take your query, but before that, I'm just stopping my recording so that we can make it shorter. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you in next session with next topic. Thank you.